Hey guys, it's India Monee and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe. It's free, it don't cost you nothing, and you will be a part of the posse. If you're not new here, thanks for checking in. Leave a comment in the comments and say, hey girl, how you doing? Okay, I'm sorry my review is so late, y'all, because I completely forgot about Real Housewives of Atlanta because it was just that boring. But this episode was a little bit more juicy, so let's just get straight into it. Okay, so first off, we get introduced into the new girls of the show, the couple of new cast members. And I think that, first of all, Latoya's entrance was just very forced from the beginning. The show starts off, and Candy's like, I met Latoya a couple of years ago. And I'm like, okay, well, how did you meet Latoya? Because that's all you said. Like, where, when, how was it? Nothing. Leave in the comments down below if you used to watch Latoya Forever on YouTube. I watched her when I have nothing else to watch, and I stopped watching her a long time ago, just because personally I think that Latoya is just already just extra, but we'll get into that. So Latoya is coming on as Candy's friend, I'm assuming, but she's actually being stolen by Kenya. And I don't think Latoya and Kenya are going to be a good match in my book. Like, they being all, cute right now, but I feel like this is going to end bad. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Latoya and Kenya's friendship so far. In this episode, we also see Portia, getting out of jail when she got arrested at the riots or the protest for Breonna Taylor. She talks about going to jail and the impact and, PJ's future and her, doing the same thing her grandfather did, which I thought was just a very good way to pay homage to her legacy. And PJ is just so cute. I love them. And we're going to get more into Portia in a little bit, but then Drew Sidora is introduced to us, and she's out with Cynthia. And even though I think that this friendship is forced as well, at least Drew had a little background. Drew Sidora was at Cynthia's wine cellar opening, she said. So they were at the table eating dinner, and she talked about her, messing up her Achilles. And then they also talked about Kenya for whatever reason. I guess Cynthia thought that she may have known Kenya because she was an actress as well. And Drew was just like, she threw a little old ageism comment at Kenya. And I just thought that is definitely going to be a problem later, which we did see. Personally, I like Drew Sidora as an actress. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like Drew Sidora? Are you a fan of her? We see Drew's at home situation, and she's living with her husband and her 3 kids and her mama. And I was just like, ooh, okay, we're gonna see some problems here, because I just feel like whenever you have a parent living with you, it's always gonna be some tension in the house and some back and forth, and we definitely see that eventually. So Portia comes back on the screen, and she talked about jail, and I thought it was so funny when she was like, when men come home from prison, they be having barbecue parties, they got flyers, they got, everything, the course set out, and she was just like, I ain't getting nothing. I thought that was hilarious. She then talks about her and Dennis's relationship and how he supported her at the protests and stuff. And I was like, I don't remember seeing Dennis at any of the protests, but if he was there, that's really good. Congratulations to them. I'm pretty sure they're not getting married, and they're gonna just move on with their lives. And then next we get to this little party at Cynthia's house, which was the bulk and the meat of the episode. And this is where things get a little juicy, and we get to predict a little bit of how this season is really going to go and how friendships are going to end up going. So personally, I think Cynthia is jealous of Latoya, only because she's getting close to Kenya. And y'all know how Kenya is Cynthia's girl and how she rides for Kenya and always has her back. And I think that Latoya and Kenya are trying super hard to get close, and it is making Cynthia jealous. And yeah, I think that Latoya is being very extra in this scene. She just was so extra. She was just trying to fit in so hard, but I think that she's a natural extra, so I was not surprised. Like when she told, first of all, Drew came in the house and Latoya was already talking shit. Like talking about she got a cat on her head, got a pet on her head. I thought that was very rude. Drew's hair looked very nice. she has some kinky curly hair in, and I'm like, why are you talking about her hair? She could have said something about your braids. And then just seeing Kenya and Latoya, and just seeing Kenya and Latoya interact, it was just very like, it really gave me like, what the F is going on here? Like, this is not how Kenya acts. I think Marlo said that. She was like, Kenya, who is this person? Like, they touched on each other's hair and pulling each other. I was like, whoa, this is a whole new Kenya. Kenya is never this nice. Even when Cynthia was like, wow, you're bringing Latoya to your house. Like, this is so weird because you are never open to all of the new girls. And I'm like, what? I'm wondering what makes Latoya so different in Kenya's eyes that she wants to be her friend so bad to the fact that she said in her confessional, Candy, this was your friend. I hope you don't mind if I steal her. And y'all know they be stealing friends. But I'm just like, why Latoya? And maybe I don't know if it's kind of like that Potomac thing where everybody looks up to Karen because she's older. Like, I don't know if Latoya looks up to Kenya because she's older. I don't know what it is, but it was just very weird to me. And I feel like this isn't going to end well. And Kenya, we know Kenya is all about shady. So I wouldn't be surprised if this goes downhill. And then in return, we see Kenya talking about Drew as well, and her confessional calling Drew a stray, but then saying that her husband is fine. Like, girl, who do you think you are? Like, no. And then I'm like, you want to call Drew a stray, but Latoya is more of a stray than Drew because Drew actually grew up in the entertainment industry, and Latoya's a YouTuber. And I'm not trying to downplay Latoya at all, but it's just like, Drew is more of the circle than Latoya is. So I was just like, girl, don't call that girl a stray, ma'am. And then Latoya goes and just is being her extra self, and she says, you know why I don't like you, Drew? Because you ruined Melanie and Derwin on the game. And I already knew from the clip that was what was going to be the case, just because, everybody talks about that. But I was just like, Latoya, you already talking shit about her, and then you trying to joke with her, and it's not your friend. And just how Cynthia felt was like, girl, we're still getting warmed up. I still don't know you. Latoya should have had the same energy for Drew, but Latoya doesn't. I feel like she doesn't comprehend that people really aren't feeling her as of yet. But I guess we'll see what happens later. So Marlo, okay, normally I'm not really a big Marlo stan, but in this episode, I was like, wow, me and Marlo are on the same page. So she pulls Latoya aside in the kitchen while they talking in the kitchen, and she tells her, hey, you better watch out for Kenya because, yeah, she your friend right now. She your friend on your face, but don't tell her all your business because she gonna bring that up later, and it's gonna, she's gonna be a bitch to you. It's gonna come back to bite you. And I actually like that from Marlo because I was like, she was really being genuine in that moment. And even though she made that joke that was like, girl, she can't keep a man if Jesus paid her to. I thought that was hilarious. Oh my God. Let me know in the comments down below, what was your favorite shady line of the night? I think that one was one of my top faves. Like, she couldn't keep a man if Jesus paid her to. I said, oh my God, Marlo. But I think she was being genuine. Did y'all think that? I feel like, this is real stuff. Kenya is the master of shade. So you got to watch her back with Kenya. At the end of the episode, the women kind of opened up about their relationships. Kenya is definitely filing for divorce and custody over Brooklyn. And, she's getting a posting up and all these things. And Latoya was, talking about hooking her up and talking about how Trinidadian men are very crazy. But then Latoya opens up about her relationship, and she says, like, her and her husband are separated, but she gets to do with what she wants. But Drew was saying, you're still married. You can't really do that. How are you guys? I'm not married. I'm still young, like I said. If you're separated, I feel like if you're separated, you can do what you want. But Drew said if you're separated, you're just separated, you're trying to figure it out. You can do what you want because you're married. Which one is it? Like, let me know in the comments down below. Like, is it socially okay to do what you want when you're separated? Or is it like shunned upon if you're separated and still married, but you are out here having a hot girl summer? Like, let me know, because I don't know all the legalities of marriage yet. But Drew told everybody about her man leaving for 3 days and not coming home, and she didn't know where he was. And I just thought, I was like, wow, Drew, why are you telling everybody your business? Like, this is This circle is not the place and the time to tell your business to right off the bat when you first meet them. So I was very shocked that she did that. I thought that she would have known better, but it makes for a good show. And I was very appalled. And so we get to the dinner table at Drew and her husband's anniversary. And we see why he left for 3 days. This man said that he was in Tampa at the beach doing Corona, left the house without saying anything. So Drew says she thought that he was home, and she goes and knock on the door downstairs, and she didn't even know this man had left the house. And honestly, I was just like, why is this on TV? But you know what? It's a show. But I was very shocked, and I feel like this is one of the wildest situations that I've seen one of. But I just couldn't believe that he thought it was okay to leave the house for 3 days without telling his wife where he was. And I understand his reasoning, okay? I understand sometimes you need space, you're mad, you're like, I just need to get away. I need to pack my bag and go. Sometimes I got the urge to pack my bag and go too. But I'm sure when you're married, you need to be like, hey, you know what? I'm pissed. I need some space. I need to go. I'm going to go here and I'm going to cool off. I'm going to hit you up. Boom, bop, bam, whop the whap. Why didn't you do that? So when Drew was like, you know what? If y'all got to tell me where you was and what you was doing, we can dead the situation right now. And he was like, dead what? I was just like, this man is childish. I just felt very triggered in that situation. And I really wish that, it wasn't like that, because I just feel like Drew was really just trying to understand what was going on, and he just really wasn't explaining himself well. Like I said, I understand, there's Corona going on, y'all up under each other, y'all got 3 kids, her mama live with you. I can understand if you're angry. I can understand if you need space and you want to go away, but you need to tell me as your wife. As your wife, I need to know. I'm a mother. No drama. I don't know if y'all watch TikTok, but yes. And I was just like, cool. That whole situation with her husband is a lot. They look very cute together. They look like a very good couple. But they also sound like they'd have been through a lot these past 6 years. And him talking about something, you want to make it to another 7, or you want to make it to 6 more. You need to stop all this. I'm like, no, man, you need to listen to her, because y'all are not clearly communicating well. But that was the end of the episode. So personally, I do think, okay, this episode was good. It was very juicy. I think that, it's starting to pick up. A lot of y'all said in the comments that y'all did not want to watch the season, how it's born without Nene. And I definitely agree with you. I'm going to try to keep watching it, try to keep giving reviews. And I think that it's going to get better, because this episode did get a little juicy. But let me know down in the comment section below, which one is your favorite girl so far? Who are you feeling more between the two? Are you feeling Drew Sidora more, or are you feeling Latoya Forever more? I'm definitely feeling Drew more. I thought that I was going to feel Latoya, but just because I feel like she's a little younger than Drew, but I'm definitely feeling Drew more. She seems like she's more level-headed, and Latoya just seems crazy all over the place. How do you think Drew is going to be with Kenya? How do you think that's going to play out? And how do you think that Latoya and Kenya are going to play out? Do you think that they're going to be friends? And then we didn't see Candy in any scene with Drew or Latoya. Who do you think, even though she came in as Candy's friend, Latoya did, I think Candy's going to be more cool with Drew, in my opinion, because I feel like they're probably around the same type of lifestyles and age and things. Who do you think Candy's going to vibe with more? I definitely think it's going to be Drew in the end, and I definitely am liking Drew a little bit more on this season. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Again, I'm sorry for the late upload, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys subscribe and comment all your thoughts. Posse out.